12 News breaking news now.
Welcome to 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. We're starting with breaking news. Imagine putting your 3-year-old daughter to bed and waking up the next morning to find her gone. That's the horror an Avondale family is going through tonight. Kalani Rogers has now been missing for almost 24 hours. An Amber Alert was issued this afternoon. So we'll show you a picture. That's Kalani Rogers on the left, and on the right is the woman that police believe took her. In just the last half hour, police have identified her as 23-year-old Mariana Noriega. She was last seen with Kalani in the city of Maricopa.
12 News journalist Jade Cunningham is at the family's neighborhood now, which is near Avondale Boulevard and McDowell. Jade, you've been out there all day. Have you been able to speak to the family about this?
Yes, we did speak with family. They, of course, are absolutely devastated, and they are asking for Kalani to be brought back to them. You're right. In the last 15 minutes or so, we did get that update from the Avondale Police Department. They say that they have been getting a lot of tips from around the community, which have been proven to be very beneficial in this investigation, and they do have that better understanding and that better picture of who took Kalani. So, again, take a look at these photographs. This is 23-year-old Mariana Noriega. They say that they, again, had just been getting a lot of these tips from the community, and it led them to finding surveillance footage from a local business which confirms Noriega was last seen today in the city of Maricopa with Kalani. The family obviously incredibly upset that this 3-year-old was taken, and again, they are asking Noriega to give her and bring her back. Now, 3-year-old Kalani was last seen around 11:30 last night when her parents put her to bed. They woke up this morning around 5 a.m. and she was not there. They frantically searched the property in the house for her, and they called police. Avondale Police, the FBI, and ASCART, or the Arizona Child Abduction Response Team, have all been out here investigating all day. They're continuing their investigation overnight. Kalani is about 3 feet 5 inches tall. She is thin with brown braided hair. She has brown eyes and was last seen wearing purple pajamas with multicolor smiley faces all over it. Noriega is a white female in her 20s. Police say she is thin with brown hair and hazel eyes. She was last seen wearing black and white tank tops with pink fuzzy pants. Now, family tell me that Noriega left out of the garage with Kalani in a stroller. I asked what the relation is to Noriega. I'm told that she is some sort of acquaintance to a family member, and she was asking for help. So Kalani's father brought her in to help give her the necessary resources and guidance that she needed. Now they're asking for her to bring Kalani back.
She's a very loving little girl, and I don't understand why would someone want to take her from her family. We love her, and she's a daddy's girl. She's the daddy's girl. So the lady that has her, just give her back to us. Bring her back. You know, you're messing so much up with our family, and we're not going to stop until she's home. So whoever has any information, please let us know. Whatever, any detail, anything that you feel is important, please let us know. It could be something so simple. Just let us know, and we would take in all consideration to the information. We just want Kalani to come back home to us. We love her so much.
So earlier today, I also asked law enforcement as well as the family if there was some sort of car or vehicle involved. Avondale Police telling us that that was something they were investigating. The family saying they believe she left on foot with Kalani in that stroller. So it's a little unclear how she made it to the city of Maricopa. But the important thing here is if you have any tips or if you see anything strange or if you have something to report to police, it's important that you do so, especially in a case like this, because no tip is too big and no tip is too small. So if you have anything to report, you can reach out to the Avondale Police Department. You can also reach out to Silent Witness at 480-WITNESS, and you can remain anonymous. Reporting live, Jay Cunningham, 12 News.
Jade, it sounds like Mariana has some sort of connection to this little girl's family, that, you know, she'd been around the family for a certain period of time. Are authorities considering Mariana to be dangerous? Is this little girl's life in danger?
You know, we asked that question today when we were speaking with the Avondale Police as they were talking about their investigation. No word if this woman is dangerous, but they do believe that Kehlani's life is in danger because this lady is in no relation to this family. So there is that sense of urgency to bring Kehlani back because she is with someone that is not related to this family at all.
Horrifying.
Yeah, it is a parent's worst nightmare.
It really is.
Yeah. All right, Jade, thank you for that. Well, it has now been 3 weeks since 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie was last seen at her Catalina's Foothills home. She is the mother of Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie.
Detectives spent the day knocking on doors in Nancy's neighborhood in the Tucson area, and barricades are now set up near the home.
Our David Chasanov is joining us near Nancy's property with why these changes were made.
Yeah, that's right. The Pima County Sheriff's Department says they wanted to set up these barricades just so this area is much easier to access for public service vehicles and for people in general here in this neighborhood. I want to take a step out and show you the setup here. Right away, you notice these barricades just all down Nancy Guthrie's neighborhood street right here. You'll notice, too, there's someone dropping off flowers at this very large tribute for Nancy Guthrie outside of her home. And then law enforcement, too, they continue to keep their eyes on her property, just parked on her driveway. We're now 3 weeks into what's been a heartbreaking and terrifying situation. Many elected leaders from Arizona say they are very concerned.
I don't consider this a cold case yet because I am so hopeful and praying so hard literally every night that Nancy is found.
Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays says she told the Pima County Sheriff's Department and the FBI her office is willing to help, though neither agency has taken her up on that offer just yet.
If they need us, we will be there for them. As you know, we do a lot of cases on the cartels. So if that ever becomes relevant, we can offer assistance.
Nancy Guthrie has been reported missing here in the Tucson area since February 1st. She was last seen on January 31st. In the 3 weeks of this ongoing case, a lot has happened. There's been ransom notes, emotional videos from Savannah Guthrie's Instagram, and even surveillance footage released from Nancy's doorbell camera. Detectives have also detained and questioned some people during this case, only to release them hours later. At this point, officials are now turning to genetic genealogy to test the DNA samples they collected near Nancy's home. Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva from Tucson says she believes investigators are doing whatever they can to find Nancy, as well as the suspect who took her against her will.
There is cooperation and collaboration, and that's good news for the Guthrie family and for Nancy Guthrie.
While the search for Nancy Guthrie continues, the Pima County Sheriff's Department is asking people in this area to submit any questionable surveillance footage they may have from January 1st to February 2nd. We have a link to where you can provide that evidence on our website. That's 12news.com. We're in the Catalina foothills. David Chasanoff, 12 News.
David, thanks. A woman has died after a shooting northwest of the valley in Wittmann. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office says as soon as they got to the scene, they started negotiating with an armed man inside. Once he came out, he was taken into custody. Crews then found a woman who had been shot inside the home. She later died. It's unclear what led to the shooting.
The FBI is investigating after someone allegedly damaged a building owned by the Department of Homeland Security in Surprise. It happened around 1:30 in the morning. The FBI says that they found a broken window and evidence of fire activity. So far, no arrests have been made. This is also the warehouse that DHS recently bought with plans to turn it into an ICE facility, a project that neighbors and local officials have pushed back on.
The Junior League of Phoenix held its 89th annual rummage sale today.
The event was held at the Arizona Exposition and State Fair exhibit building and featured thousands of items such as baby clothes, books, and even patio sets. But it's not only Arizona's largest indoor garage sale.
It also helps sustain programs that advance women's leadership and empowers women and girls across the valley.
It's really amazing. It shows the power of the women in this community. You know, we get the keys Monday morning and it is an empty warehouse with boxes, and then 6 days later we turn it into this boutique. So it is really empowering and amazing to experience that, and then also to see these shoppers. Our first shopper was here at 4 o'clock this morning sitting outside, so to see people running in to get all of these great deals and be a part of this is really magical.
This is the Junior League of Phoenix's largest fundraiser.